And we're back here on the Pitch Putt and Puff. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get cooking here with our guests, we're going to give a shout out to a few sponsors. First, we're going to start off with Shady Shafts. Make sure you guys go check out shadyshafts.com. Promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20%. Shady Shafts offers their custom wraps for, I keep saying custom. They're not custom. Bunch of different designs for your clubs, styles, pretty much one for every golfer. What I got here, obviously, with the Pitch Putt and Puff, we got the smoke effect with the cannabis flower, and then also got the RGB put right on there. So go check them out. That's the customization you can do. Put some initials, name, company, stuff like that. Great for your irons. Go check them out. shadyshafts.com. Promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20% at checkout. He's really just getting up and running. Got some pretty cool designs out there. He's got the camouflage. He's got the seen some American flag ones. Seen some with like martini glasses. So a bunch of different options. Make sure you go check out shadyshafts.com. Also, we got to give a shout out to Back Nine Botanicals. Shout out Back Nine Botanicals. Just got a nice little care package from them. We'll be teaming up with them. Got a new golf towel here. Back Nine Botanicals. Shout out. Also, some of the Players Blend, the Moonlight Mulligan. We also got their newest item here, the THC shot, 10 milligram shooter, passion fruit. Interested in getting into that one, as well as sleeve of golf balls with the Back Nine logo on it. So really appreciate those guys supporting the Pitch Putt and Puff as well. Make sure you guys go check them out. Back9botanicals.com, promo code TPUF10. TPUF10 will save yourself a 10% at checkout. Also, all your local dispensaries, make sure you guys stop in there and pick up some Jaunty products. Bunch of different options with the gummies, the vape cartridges, disposables, variety of new flavors constantly coming out, available pretty much at all your local dispensaries. I was just up at my buddy Junior's shop today at Transcend Wellness and grabbed a pack of the what the hell is it? The gummies, sour apple gummies. So go check them out. Available at most of your local dispensaries here in the 518 in the New York area. So we're going to take a quick break and we will get into our guest. We're going to have my girl Aubrey on and talk about her journey in golf. All right, back here on the podcast, I'd like to introduce our guest. We got Aubrey, Aubrey plays golf. What's up, Aubrey? Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. I've been following your Instagram page since for a little bit now. What made you? Let's start off with this. What got you into golf? You look like you were an athlete by your swing. Looks like you have some sports experience. So let's. How'd you get into it?
Yeah. So my dad actually played a ton when I was a little kid. And so he was the first one that just showed me, how to swing a club. And I grew up with my dad. So we'd hang around the clubhouse and wait for him to finish his 9 holes and, that kind of thing. So I kind of grew up around it, but I never took it real serious until serious this year, at the beginning of this year. But I knew a little bit. And then as far as, being an athlete, I did a lot of track, basketball, that kind of thing. But the golf thing this year, I just really picked it up and loved it. And now I'm addicted to it. And that's all I can think about. And
you caught the bug. That's what happened. Same with me. I grew up football, baseball, basketball, and I'm 41 now. So when you get a little bit older, you can't really. I'll never forget the game. I was 35 years old, and I got done working a construction job I was doing at the time, and went to play a men's league basketball game. Well, there's this 18-year-old kid. I was playing point guard, so I'm guarding him. He's just hanging out, running back and forth, not even like tired. I'm sitting there grabbing my shorts, like, dude, this is brutal. So right. My friends always asked me to play golf. And I played a little bit in high school, but my biggest problem was I played baseball and I batted lefty. Well, no one has left-handed golf clubs. Very hard to come by. So I grabbed a righty set and just went out and started playing. And I was terrible, so I stopped. But then as I got older, people would, come on. So I went and played like a couple scrambles and where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I would have a couple good shots. And I'd be like, oh, all right, let me try this. And once I really got into it and committed to it, I caught the bug really bad. Like I play 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. You play a lot. Yeah. It's those good shots that you hit. Like I took my daughter the other day to the range And she was trying. Finally, she hits one that gets some height and some distance. And she turns around. She goes, "Well, now I know why you like it."
Yeah.
And she's a lefty too. And she's hitting my righty clubs. And we're trying to decide if right or left is better for her. Sometimes people are ambidextrous. Like my sister, she went golfing with me a couple weeks ago, and she's a lefty. She does everything left. And I told her, I said, "Oh, wait, my clubs are right." She goes, "No, no, no, I hit right." I was like, "Oh." And she was fine hitting right, but it's not that way for everyone. But yeah.
Same. I have a 7-year-old, and I got her a set of clubs, and like even with softball this year, I was like, do what feels comfortable, and she grabs it. She grabs the baseball bat right-handed. She grabs her clubs right-handed, but dribbling a basketball, she can go dribble left, dribble right. So I'm like, all right, maybe you're a little bit
Nice.
like I was, growing up, which will be great for the sports side of things.
Yeah.
But the same thing, we had I brought her out to the course one night with us, and we were kind of just bouncing around to the open holes out there, and we ran into a couple buddies of mine, and I'm like, "You guys care if we just tag along for like the last hole or two?" They're like, "No, whatever." So my one buddy JR, he's a pitch putt and puff member. He's out there with us, and she grabs her 3 hybrid, and she rips this thing about 80 yards, like a nice solid line drive. And I'm going, holy shit. Like, I was impressed. Like, all of us were like, whoa. And she looks, she goes, wow, that was a good one, huh? I go, yeah, sure was. Sure was.
Yeah. And getting that kind of reaction, she'll probably love it. I went golfing with my dad. Hey, finally, I mean, it's been years. We messed around when we were kids, never really took it serious. But I told him this year, in fact, I'm kind of going around in circles, but my Instagram account, I put up some videos he took of me when we played this round that I'm going to talk about. And I decided to make this Instagram account like 6 weeks ago. That's when I started it. I haven't had it for very long. I didn't want to annoy all my friends and family with like the sickness that I have now.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
Account. But anyway, he and I went out, and I told him I'm taking, I'm doing this. I'm taking it serious. All right, you can come play scramble with me, and your cousins and stuff. And so they weren't really expecting anything. And actually, I was nervous. I didn't know if I'd do very well, but man, we were using my tee shots, and my dad was like, so what I'm saying is, you're giving your daughter, like, you're like, whoa, and everyone's
yeah.
That's how they were. And I was like, just feeling on top of the world, and thinking
that boosted confidence, though. Yeah, like to the point where she wanted to come back. Like, it was, Dad, can we go again tomorrow night? Can we go again tomorrow night? And I didn't want to get the bug, I'm a 7-year-old that started that early. I mean, I could turn into a little Charlie Woods, but we'll take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
That's
so
right.
you're based out of Southern Utah, which luckily you get nice weather all year round. I was just saying to you before we recorded, -6 degrees here in upstate New York.
So insane. That's so cold. I'm sorry.
Like, it hurts. Like, it's so cold. It hurts when you're outside. I go running into the store and stuff. Like, it's brutal, and it hurts to run because it's so cold.
Yeah, and it probably hurts your throat. My sister lives in Montana, and so I visited her one Christmas, and I had to go to the bank and go to the ATM, and it was in the evening, and I remember the bank sign, it flashed -23 degrees, and I'm like, what? I mean, -6 is bad. So I roll down the window to put my ATM card into the ATM, and I pull my hand back in, and I literally can't move my fingers. I'm like, this is so insane. Like, how do people live through this?
I say it all the time. Like, if it wasn't for family, like, what am I? First off, New York sucks just because of the taxes and everything else. But like, to deal with the weather and like being so like in love with golf, I can only play it for 6 months. Otherwise, like, I got to go play the video game version in the simulator, which it's good and it's bad. Like, certain things, like your iron games, I think it's really good for. But like putting and chipping, you really can't. I can't get a good idea of what, like, a range of what I'm doing out there. So
right. And when you get off
tough.
that mat, and then you run over to you go to the turf, sometimes it throws you off because you'll hit this mushy turf, and there's no forgiveness. But in a mat, there's a lot of forgiveness, so that it can kind of trick you. So yeah.
It did help me a little bit, though. We did a league, not last year, a year before. Like, every Thursday night, there was 8 of us that went up there, and it helped me just get more consistent, like swinging all year round. That's kind of the year where I made a nice little jump and went from, like, I don't know. When I first started, when I went lefty to righty, the first couple of years were 120s, 130s consistently.
Yeah.
And like really bad. But that's what made me be like, all right, I can't. I'm bad. I'm just too athletic to be doing this shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pride thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly. So I got really locked in, and I brought it down. I'm like a mid 80s golfer right now. So
Oh,
it took
nice.
7 years to get there, but now it's just the inconsistency of the game. Like one day my driver will work, but my short game sucks, or I'm getting off the tee terrible, and I'm chipping lights out.
Yeah.
It's never all there. I've been in the 70s 3 times, and I can't get back.
That is so good. No, that's really good. I'm actually I'm working with a coach right now, and golf is so mental. So I can have this pretty swing. I can hit it down the fairway. I mean, like 230, 240 when I'm on. It all looks great. And then, but here's my confession. I'm trying to break 100. I'm trying to
Okay.
break 100. I'm 103 right now. And so my coach, it's Kevin Bowler. He's at Southern Utah Golf Academy. But we're working together, and he's going to coach me through a round here in the next like week or two, and
Nice.
film it, put it on his YouTube. He's got a big YouTube following, and but it's like pushing me to let's do it. Like it's my putting. I mean, but like you said, it can one day my putting's fine, my chipping's fine, and then I can't hit it off the tee. It'll go right,
Yep.
go right, go right, and I just don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, it can be frustrating.
And there's so many, like, and I always say golf is basically, you can define it as insane, because you're trying to do the same thing over and over to get the same result, and it's like you can't always do that in a game of golf. Like your condition of what you're doing is not the same thing every time. So you can have a shitty lie, you can be all fluffed up and have a great lie. You got downward slope, the undulations of the green, you don't know which way it's breaking, and of course you never played before, stuff like that. So there's so much into it. So that, like you said, the mental aspect of all that stuff you have to take in before every single shot, and to stay locked in for 18 holes, 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. That's a tough thing to do.
It is. It is. So I work out, and then sometimes if I'm on the treadmill to get through that workout, I put on YouTube. And lately I've been watching like Tiger and Rory, and I'm watching tournaments that they've won, and they'll show every single shot that they've made.
I was
And
hoping you were going to say the pitch, putt, and puff, but go
oh yeah, that too. Right.
ahead.
But so I see I'm learning a lot, and I'm starting to be not as hard on myself, because like you said, it's so mental. And so if you hit a bad shot, I'll do that. And then it tears down my confidence. And then the rest of the round, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But I'm watching these guys, and literally today I'm watching Tiger. I don't remember which tournament he was playing, but he won it. And I'm watching shots thinking, he won this tournament? Are you kidding? Because he'll take a shot, it's beautiful, and then another shot, you're like, no way. But he just, every single shot, he'll just readjust. And he's like, okay, I'm here now. And then let's readjust. And now we need to be here. Okay, I'm over here. It's fine. Now I need to be here. They can just, every shot, they just regroup. And that, I think that's how they do it.
I have and it's crazy too, because like how technical they are. I have my one buddy, Mark. Like, so what the pitch, putt, and puff crew is like basically, I have about, I think there's 15, 16 guys. We play every Sunday. We all throw up a couple bucks. Everybody goes and plays their round. We come in, we pull cards. So whoever matches like ace, ace, king, king, that's your team. So the lowest score out of that group, you win. And then there's skins where everybody takes. So it's fun. It's all amongst friends. We have a great time doing it. So, but the guys we have it's a crew. Like, it's literally, I was like, one day I said, I got to start recording this, and it turned into like a bunch of knuckleheads. But I have my buddy Mark. He is very technical. Like, he's the guy who will like break down your swing all the way to, all right, dude, you're doing this, try to come down at this angle more, and this and that. Then you have like my buddy JR, who's a really good golfer. I'm like, yo, Jay, can you help me out with this? He's like, buddy, I don't know. I just grab my club and swing. There's guys like that. So it's like, it's good to have both, because like you can get the concept of like, all right, JR's still good because he taught himself how to do it, and he's just kind of naturally doing it. Where Mark like really put the time and effort in to learn the analytics. I don't know if you call it that, but like the technicalities of it.
Yeah.
So the angles of your swing, where to have your hands, and like I have the baseball grip. I cannot get away from the baseball grip. I try to lock the fingers. It hurts my hands. Like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I remember that being the first thing I thought was so weird with my dad. I was I was probably 8 or 9. He's like, okay, you got to put your hands like this. No, like this. And he's fixing my fingers. And I'm like, how does anybody swing anything with your fingers like that?
Yeah.
It was weird. Yeah.
It's so tough. Like I see a lot of people do it, and I'm like, guys, I just can't. For 20 plus years, I grabbed a baseball bat this way. I can't
Yeah.
figure grabbing something like locking my fingers like that, and it just doesn't feel comfortable at any point in time.
So you're holding it like.
I'm holding it, yeah, literally
Yeah.
like a baseball bat, and I'll just have my thumb a line down the club when
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to swing. That's it.
The good thing about you and your baseball background is something I learned from my coach, and a lot of people, if they could understand this, a lot of the swing is like my coach was like, when he's working with me, he's like, okay, stop. He goes, pick up your club, hold it like a baseball bat. I'm like, all right. He goes, just swing it like you're hitting the baseball. And so I'm like, when I go to swing it, and he's like, there's the motion you need right there. You need to be down now, because he's trying to get my hips instead of like throwing at the ball, because you wouldn't go like this and hit the baseball. You're coming in, and your body's you got that momentum behind you.
Right.
And so anyway, so when people are baseball players and they pick up golf, they've already got that, to help them.
And the good thing too, I think for me when I first started was like switching to the right side was I didn't have the bad habits of baseball though either, where I was lifting my feet, like when you're going to swing a baseball bat, you want to put a little power, so you're lifting that front leg up. Like a lot of that I wasn't doing. I had my buddy Neil kind of took me under his wing, and it got to the point like I played in the scramble with him, and he's like, dude, you're not bad, man. You can do this. I'm like, all right, I'll play. And he got to the point where my swing was like so bad. He's like, all right, you have to listen to me. And we were playing at one course, and I was like, he had a really tough shot. I go, what do you do here? He goes, oh, I'm going to curve it right around the tree and hopefully land it short, run it up. I'm like, yeah, all right. We're about 210 on. I think he's got no shot. He goes like a 6-iron and does exactly that. I'm like, all right, buddy, whatever you say from this point on, I'm going to listen to.
Yeah.
And he literally really like just made it simple. Keep your foot still, your arm straight, and your head down. And that was really all I was doing. Then I started to get cute with trying to put a draw on it, and now I have a snap hook, which I can't fix all of a sudden. So it was a tough year. It was a tough year off the tee for me.
Yeah,
very tough.
Yeah.
But have you noticed some benefits with the swing coach?
Oh, tons. So like I said, when I was a kid, so I already had some of the basics down, but you could tell I had a ton of video, especially when I started with him. And you can tell from my early videos, it's a little ugly, honestly, but it was there. But anyway, he's trimmed me up, fixed it a little bit, and it's helped. I can't. Just a ton. Like,
because your swing's you have a nice swing. You do. You have a really nice swing. It's a smooth swing. Like your momentum and everything is really good. Like, because you see, like some people, like my swing is crazy. My backswing is way too fast. Like that's part of it from the baseball bringing back. Like that's one of my momentum things I have a lot of problems with. But with you, it's a nice smooth swing, and like I said, you could tell you have an athletic background. Because like a lot of times too, not just saying females in general, but it looks a little uncoordinated when people first start playing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. And I'm a perfectionist and picky, and I've learned that. So I'd video myself and look and be like, nope, something's goofy with when I come in or when I finish or and I'm like, so I'll sit and adjust until it looks right. Because
Now, do you do that at the range? Do you go film yourself at like the range and set up the phone and get some video?
I get a little self-conscious about it, so I'll try to hide it under my bag and like. I don't want anybody looking at me.
That's it. I believe me, I get it. I'm the most like prior to this whole podcasting thing, like I did the audio for the longest time, and then I was like, all right, I'll start posting some videos or do some clips and stuff like that. Yeah. Once you get to a little bit of a following, so I was like, all right, and then I'm normally like, if someone asked me to do like a public speaking event or something like that, absolutely not. There's zero chance I'm standing up in front of a crowd of people and talking about anything that's not important to me, that kind of thing. But
yeah, it's scary. Yeah, I started it. Like I said, I started the Instagram account, and Joel over at Four Right Podcast. I didn't know him from anywhere.
Okay.
And my Instagram account, I literally just thought I just want to put my stuff up, and I didn't think anything of it really. But he finds me probably within a couple of weeks. I'd have to look back and see. Hey, I got to get you on my podcast, and I just kind of being funny back. I'm like, oh yeah, sounds fun, sure.
Right.
Like, yeah, right. And so that was scary. That was my first podcast ever. It was just like 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
And but like you said, I just kind of, I don't know. It's scary, but you just figure, just do it. It'll be fine.
Just do it, right? You got nothing. And like that's the way I look at it with this too. Like if anything, like we're having fun with it. Like
Yeah.
me and the guys, like we'll jump on and do like during the season, we'll have like a recap show and then like a preview show, and some of the guys will start, the trash talking will start a little early, and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But it's really like it's cool because in like 5 years from now we can look back and like, dude, we were knuckleheads. Look at this episode where we did this. Like one episode we were smoking at my buddy's house and we forgot to open the window, and the smoke detector goes off. Like stuff like that, we're gonna be laughing back at. It's like,
Yeah.
and like my reaction was like, I didn't know what it was. I had the headphones on, so I couldn't really hear. And there's just like a siren going off. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah. It's good memories. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your plans with the page? Are you just gonna continue to post content? Are you gonna be partnering up with For Right on his podcast?
Yeah, so everything's just kind of happening. And like I said, I didn't have plans for the page, like at all. And so I honestly, and I've told Joel this over, with the podcast, I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm just kind of doing it. And so I'm just kind of seeing where it takes me. The good thing is I really did, my true intentions were to be good at golf, and like, that's really what I wanted to do. And I want to get into a tournament. I'm competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And so, those are my intentions, is to get good at it. And then if I get some good video, put it up and kind of, but now I'm like, well, I've got some ideas cooking in my head, and we'll see where it goes. But
take advantage of it for sure. I mean, I see you're part of Team Lombardi, right? Uncle Paulie, I think Uncle Paulie.
Yeah. Okay. So he reached out to me and I got that was probably the coolest gift, one of the coolest gifts I've ever received.
He's the man. I love Uncle Paulie. I actually gave him the nickname. So on the Upstate Golf Guys, I co-host the Upstate Golf Guys with Anthony as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm supposed to be on their podcast in a couple weeks, I think. We talked about it. So.
Yeah, me and Anthony were talking about it the other day. And one night I was just joking around and I started doing like a Brooklyn, hey, Uncle Paulie, why don't you come down and get, and just joking around. And it stuck. He came on the podcast that night and I started calling Uncle Paulie. Now I see him in the videos, hey, it's Uncle Paulie here. And I'm like, oh, see, I coined it. Then we have a guy we play with on Sundays. I give a lot of nicknames out. There's my buddy Mike. He's 72-year-old retired truck driver. This guy does not miss a fairway. The first time I ever played with him was in our league match, and it was 9 holes in every single fairway he hit. I go, dude, I'm calling you Fairway Mike from now on. So his name is now Fairway Mike. He has he's got it on his bag, Fairway Mike on his golf bag.
Cool. I love it.
It's so cool.
I love it.
But yeah, Uncle Paulie's the best for sure. What putter did you get?
I have it sitting right here. I got the Metal Shop. So the pretty little, the blue, you turn it and it changes color and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Yeah.
Well, my buddy Hank just Anthony did a closest to the pin on one of the pitch putt and puff rounds, and that was the prize, the Metal Shop. So it's nice.
Yeah, that was
really nice.
Really
nice.
I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah, we're trying to get Uncle Paulie up here in upstate New York next summer to come play some golf with us. We got to get him up here.
Him and his wife are so cute.
Oh, they're the best. His one-handing. I want to challenge him to a one-handing putting contest. Is what I want. Yeah. I'm pretty good with the one-handing putt, so we'll see what happens. Yeah,
that's what I did when I got the putter, and then I posted, using it. I purposely, and it worked out. For me, it was cold. It was like 30 something degrees, and I was so cold. It was in the morning, so I had my hand in my pocket, and I was like, I'll just do the one-handed and keep my other hand warm. But I wanted to do that because that's his little signature, one-handed putts, and it worked. It just 3 in a row, no problem. So
he's the best. Yeah. So before we wrap up, I like to do a little 3 questions. And since you're kind of new to golf, I'm going to skip around a little bit of the questions, but I'll go a little bit with the theme of Christmas. And this episode is going to be aired after Christmas, but we'll still go that route. Top 3 favorite Christmas movies.
Top 3. Okay. Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Christmas Story.
All right.
And then I have to put in Die Hard.
Nice. I heard you on the other one. I was like, I hope she puts this in the top 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what I seen today? Or no, it's because I was listening to you. Lethal Weapon. You think Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie?
It is. Watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it again. I watched it 1,000 times as a kid, but now I'm like really thinking about the Christmas aspect of it.
And honestly, I'm gonna have to watch it again to figure out which part makes me feel like it's Christmas. There's some part in it that is Christmas, and there's music, I feel like.
Because I was watching, there was a clip on something I was looking at today, like Ghostbusters 2. They wear Christmas hats for like 30 seconds, and they're like, "Is this considered a Christmas movie?" I was like, "I guess if all these other ones are." But
Maybe that's
shit.
like the weapon. Maybe it's just one part. What is it? I'm gonna have to
I'm
watch
gonna I'm
it.
gonna have to watch it too. I'll definitely watch it again. I
Yeah.
had a I just posted a clip. I asked this to my recent guest, the Helium Collective, and out
Oh
of
yeah.
the blue, my man came up with the Bridget Jones Diaries.
I saw that. I saw it on your page. I was like, what? I haven't even seen that.
I couldn't. I literally like was crying. I had tears because I was laughing so hard. I'm like, bro, that was literally like you could have said Mary Poppins before you said the Bridget Jones Diaries, man. Like I didn't know out of left field like I've never seen before.
Yeah, yeah. And he was really, really, he was like, no, no, it's really good. He's going over how it starts and how
If
great it is. And
if
you
you
guys
listen
don't
to it
know.
and he continues and breaks down the whole first scene. I love him. Luke's the man, but Luke's the man. He broke down the whole first scene for us. I'm like, oh my god,
I love everybody's reaction. You guys were like, no.
it was great.
Yeah.
My I would have to throw Home Alone would be my
Yeah.
number one. Die Hard and Christmas Vacation. So yeah, I would just switch out Home Alone with Christmas. I think the problem with the Christmas Story is that they play it for the 24 hours, so I get sick of it.
True.
I
True.
think that like I got so worn out of it. I was just watching Home Alone 2 with the little one, so
Yeah.
that's why I was running a little bit late. I was just down in New York City delivering Christmas trees for the past 3 weeks with my buddy and his company,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
she's always like, "Dad, were you there? Dad, were you there? Dad, were you there? Dad, were you there?" I'm like, I was at every single one of those places. I
Right there.
bet. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
it's cool. My other question going to be is, what's your favorite club in your bag?
It's my Lombardi metal shop. That's
Ah,
what.
nice.
Yep.
Nice. That's how you plug it.
That's
Yep.
right.
How's that? I know you just got a new 7 wood. How's that working out for you?
I did, and I do love that. It is so beautiful, and it's not its fault. But today I hit it, and I just was having a really hard time with it. It's a regular flex men's shaft. I kept people are telling me you need a men's shaft, maybe a senior flex, but we went with a regular flex because in the bay I was hitting it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but today I took it out and I'm like, I can't hit this thing.
Yeah, you have some
So
power. You have a lot of power behind your swing for sure. You can just see it from the videos you post. Put
yeah,
some
yeah,
put some distance behind that. What's your
yeah.
drive? What are you hitting your drives if you hit one clean?
I want to say the longest I've hit it is 240. Now that's with a roll. So I
Still,
don't
that's a
know.
good roll.
Yeah, yeah. So it's decent for a girl.
That's a good shot for anybody, really. 240
Yeah.
for a regular golfer, 240 down the middle. You're setting yourself up nice on the next shot.
Yeah. If only I could just do that every time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Yep, for sure. Mine's my 7 iron. It's my most versatile club in my bag where I can hit a stinger with it. I can get it up over a tree kind of thing, or get
True.
myself out of a lot of situations with my 7 iron.
True.
And then last question to wrap it up. Your dream foursome. You could add 3 people to it. Who are they?
My dad, my sister, and Nellie Corda.
Okay, nice. Nelly.
Think it'd be cool. My dad loves her swing. I love her swing. He'd be like in heaven with all us
That's
girls.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Nelly's doing big things for the game though, and that's kind of like part of the reason I like having you on here because my daughter, she's going to be watching golf and going to be on the eventually she'll make her way to social media when she sees women like you and like I've had May Brennan on here, I've had Ro Pollard on here, I've had a bunch of females on here talking golf to really try to get to show females that they can do what the guys are doing out here too.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And guys are cool to hang out with. They're fun. I want to tell girls, don't be scared to, go out and play around and get paired up with guys. They're cool. They're so fun to hang out with and talk to and play around with. So yeah.
Yeah, especially like if you get paired, me and my man Fairway might go out at least 3-4 times a week, and it's sometimes just the two of us will get paired with some randoms, and it's always an interesting time. By the
Yeah.
end of the round, Fairway's got these guys' phone numbers. Hey man, just call me when you want to play, man. He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah. It's
best.
cool.
Well, Aubrey, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you keep in contact here. I want to hear more about your journey as we go.
Yeah.
And why don't you let everybody know where they can find you?
Yeah. So it's Aubs Plays Golf. And the only place I'm at right now is Instagram. That's it.
Okay.
Aubs Plays Golf. So yeah.
Cool. We got to get you up on the YouTube channel and get that up and running as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Really appreciate it. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Later.